In the previous tutorial, we have learned modify commands. Now, in this tutorial, we will learn remaining draw commands. We have already seen line command in our first tutorial. Then next is polyline. Keyboard shortcut for polyline is PL, enter, and command name is pline. Polyline is used in the same way as we create line, but only difference is that when we create any object with polyline, it will be a single object, and when we create any object with line, it is individual separate object. Then if you want to convert this polyline into simple line, then you will have to use explode command. Keyboard shortcut for explode is X, enter. Click on explode, then select object you want to explode and press enter. Then it will be converted into a simple line object or into individual separate objects. And if you want to convert simple line object into polyline, then you will have to use join command. Click on modify and click on join. Keyboard shortcut for join is J, enter. Then you will have to select all the object you want to join and press enter. So here this object has been converted into single object or polyline object. Press escape. If you have polyline object, then area calculation is very easy. Take your cursor to utilities, take your cursor to this arrow near measure and click on area. Then if you want to work out area of polyline object, then you will have to click on object, then select your polyline object. So in single click you will get the area and the perimeter. So you don't have to click each and every endpoint of the shape. Click on exit. Then you can also create polyline object by clicking inside the shape. Suppose we will copy this object and place it here and here and enter. And if you want to shift this on the left side, type UCS icon, enter, click on no origin. Now suppose I want to create polyline object of this shape. So in place of clicking on each and every endpoint, you can make use of boundary command. Click on boundary, then choose here polyline for object type, then click on pick points and click inside this shape and press enter. So here this polyline object got created automatically just by clicking inside the shape. Then it will be easy to work out this area. Click on utilities, measure, area and click on object. Click on this object. So here it has shown the area and perimeter. Press escape. Then if you offset polyline, complete object will get offset at the same time. That is also one of the benefit of polyline. If you offset it, offset, then press enter, then select object to offset, take your cursor inside or outside and click. So in this way you can offset complete object at the same time. Then let's see what are the different options in polyline command. Type PL for polyline or pline, press enter. Then at first you will have to specify start point, click. And suppose I want straight polyline, so I will make ortho mode on. Then you will have to give direction, in which direction you want to create polyline. Then you will have to specify length of polyline. Suppose length is 2000, enter. Then if you want to create arc in polyline, then you will have to click here on arc. Then for arc creation there are different options such as angle, center, direction, radius and second point. So you can use suitable options as per your requirement. I will just take my cursor above and specify here diameter. Suppose diameter of the arc is 1000, enter. Then it is still creating arc. If you want to switch back to line, then you will have to click on this line here. So it will again start creating line. And if you want to connect back to this original point, then you can click on this close option. So it will connect end point and start point of the polyline. So in this way you can create polyline with arcs. Then you can also create polyline with thickness or width. Specify start point. Then to specify width you will have to click on width here. then specify starting width, suppose it is 50, enter, then specify ending width, suppose I will keep the same, enter, and specify the point. So in this way you can create polyline with thickness or width, and if you want you can also change it in between. Suppose again I will click on width, and suppose width is 100, enter, and ending width is also 100, press enter and click. So in this way you can create polyline with different width in the same command, then press enter. Now here we have given constant width. You can also create taper of the polyline by giving different widths. Suppose polyline, specify first point, then width. Suppose I will give start width as 0, enter, then ending width will be 100, enter. So using polyline you can also create arrows like this. Then suppose I will again click on width and specify starting width of 0 and ending width of 0, enter. So in this way you can use polyline command to create arrows also. Press escape. Then while creating polyline, if you make any mistake from here you can undo it. Click on it, it will cancel last object. Press enter. So in this way you can use polyline command. Then we have already learned about circle. Then next is arc. Keyboard shortcut for arc is A, enter. Now first option in arc is 3-point arc. Click. Then to create this arc you will have to specify 3 points. At first you will have to specify start point. Then for proper creation of arc it will be easy if you keep ortho mode off. Then specify second point. Then while specifying third point you can control the shape of arc. So wherever you want the third point you click there. So as per that your arc will be created. And if you click on this arrow here you will find that there are number of options to create arc. In the previous some of the practice drawings we have seen that it is easy to create arc by trimming the circle, because in that case all the data is available very easily. But if you have specific data you can use the specific command as per available data. Suppose we will see this option start, center, end. So to use this option, at first you will have to locate your start point, center point and end point of your arc. Suppose I will create one shape. Suppose I will give here length of 1500, enter, and 1500, enter. Suppose I want to create one arc here. Click on this arrow and click on start, center, end. So at first you will have to specify start point of your arc. Now while specifying start point of the arc, you have to keep in mind that the arc is always created in anti-clockwise direction. Suppose if I want to create arc in this way, then this will be my start point. Then you will have to specify center point. So this will be my center point. Then specify end point. So this will be my end point. So in this way you can create arc using start, center, end. So as per your available data you can use suitable arc, and you will have to specify that data in that sequence. Then one of the other option is this continue. So it continues from endpoint of the last object, whether it is a line or arc. Continue, make ortho off. So it will start from endpoint of last object. Suppose if I create here one line, and if I click on this continue, it will start from the endpoint of that line. I will make ortho off and it will create tangent arc. So in this way you can use arc command. Then next is rectangle. Keyboard shortcut for rectangle is REC, enter, click. Then specify first corner point. Suppose I will click here, take your cursor away. Then you will have to specify length in x-axis. Suppose it is 5000. Then tab and specify length in y direction. Suppose it is 3000. Enter. So here this rectangle is created of length 5000 and width 3000. Then to check this dimension, type DI, enter, click here, take it above. So here it is 3000 and here it is 5000. Press escape. Then again rectangle, then specify first point. Then you can also create a rectangle with specified area. For that you will have to click here on area option. Then you will have to specify area. Suppose the area is 10,000. Enter. Then you will have to choose what you want to specify, length or width. If you choose length, it will automatically work out width as per given area. Suppose I will specify length. Suppose length is 500. Enter and zoom there. We can check the area. Type area. Enter. Click on object and select. So here area is 10,000. Then again rectangle, REC. Enter. Specify first point. You can also create rectangle by specifying dimensions. Click on dimensions. Then you will have to specify length. Suppose length is 1000. Enter. Then width is 1500. Enter. Then you will have to specify other corner point or location of your rectangle. Suppose I want to create on this side, so click there. You can also repeat last command by pressing enter. Press enter for rectangle, then specify first corner point. Then you can also create rectangle in specified angle. For that you will have to click on this rotation. Then specify rotation angle, suppose it is 45 degree, enter. Then you will either have to choose area or dimension options, or you can just specify the point. So here this rectangle is created in specified angle. And you can also catch angle from some specified object. Suppose I want to create rectangle as per the angle of this line. Then rectangle, specify first point, click on rotation. Then to catch the angle of this line, you will have to click on these pick points. Then specify first point and second point. So here this rectangle has been created as per this line. Then whenever you will give that rectangle command in the same drawing, it will be created in that particular angle. So to bring it back to 0 degree, click on rotation and click. Again rectangle, enter. Then you can create rectangle with chamfer. Click on chamfer, specify first chamfer distance. Suppose it is 50, enter. Second chamfer distance is also 50, enter. Then specify first corner point and specify other corner point. So here rectangle is created with chamfer. Press enter for rectangle. Then you can also create rectangle with fillet. Click on fillet, then specify fillet radius. Suppose it is 100, enter. Specify first point, specify second point. So here rectangle with fillet is created. Then you can also specify width for the line of rectangle. Again REC, enter. Then click on width. Suppose width is 3, enter. Specify first point and specify second point. So here rectangle is created with width. Then again if you want plain rectangle with two corners and without fillet, then enter. Then you will have to set this fillet back to 0. Enter. Suppose we will increase width to 10. Enter. Specify first point, specify second point. Enter. Then this thickness option will give thickness to rectangle in Z direction. And this elevation also create rectangle at some height in Z direction. Suppose I will click on this thickness and specify thickness of 100. Enter. And create here one rectangle. So you will not see any difference in plan view. So to view this effect, you will have to click here on top and click on AC isometric. So here you can see that rectangle is created with thickness in Z direction. Same way if you use the elevation option, click on rectangle, click on elevation, and suppose I will specify elevation of 100. Enter. Specify first point, specify second point. And if you see one of the side views, suppose I will choose this front view. So here you can see that this rectangle is created at the elevation of 100. Then click on top to go back to our original view. So in this way you can use rectangle command. Then we have already learned about polygon ellipse and hatch. Then next is spline. Keyboard shortcut for spline is SPL, enter. Spline will create smooth curve. Click on spline, then specify first point. Then while creating spline you will have to keep ortho mode off and you will have to click point in zigzag mode, that is 1 point above and 1 point below. So in this way you will have to click, and you can control the shape by clicking points near or away. Once your spline is ready, press enter. So as per that it will create the spline. Then you can change the shape of spline by clicking on it. Then by clicking on this grip and take your cursor away and click at desired location. And if you want to add some extra vertex, then take your cursor to one of the vertex, after which you want to add point and click on add point. And then specify location where you want to add the point. Suppose I want to add it here. So here this point got added. And if you don't want any point, take your cursor there and click on remove fit points. So that point will be removed. Press escape. Then there is one more method to create spline, that is control vertices. Click on it. Then method is same, specify first point, specify next point. But this next point will be actually control vertex and not of the spline. So by specifying the control vertices also you can create spline. Press enter, and to modify click, and here you will have to manipulate this control vertex. So as per that your shape will be controlled. Press escape. Then next is construction line. Command name is xline and keyboard shortcut is XL. Click. So this construction line will create line with infinite length. So basically it is useful to create a reference line or to create projection lines. Specify point, then make ortho mode on for straight line and click. Then take your cursor above and click and press escape. So here this infinite length lines has been created. Again type XL, enter. Then you can also create lines using these options. If you want to create horizontal lines, then click on this HOR, then specify the point where you want to create it. Enter, enter. Same way you can create vertical lines. Click on VER and specify the point. Enter, enter. Then you can create in some angle. Click on angle, then specify angle. Suppose it is 45 degree. Enter. Then specify points through which you want to pass them. Press enter, enter. Then you can create bisect, that is by bisecting any angle. Suppose bisect. Then specify angle vertex point. Suppose this is my angle vertex point. Then angle start point, I will specify this point, and end point this point. So here it has created that X line bisecting this angle. Enter, enter. Then you can also offset existing X line. Click on offset, specify offset distance. Suppose it is 1000. Enter, then select line to offset and specify side. So as per that it will create parallel lines or it will create offset lines. Press enter. So in this way you can use construction lines. Then next is ray. Ray creates infinite line in one direction. Click on ray, specify first point and specify second point. So it will create infinite line in one direction. So that is ray. Then next is points. Keyboard shortcut is PO, enter. Then specify a point. So it will create a reference points. Escape. Then if you want to show these points in different point style, then take your cursor to utilities and click on point style. Command name is ptype. Then from here you can choose your desired point style. Suppose I want this one. Click on OK. So your points will be shown in that point style. And suppose I want to create one spline passing through all these points. Then click on spline. Then take your cursor here. Now it is not catching that point. to catch any point, you will have to use node object snap. For that, press shift and right click, and from here you can choose node and click. Now it will catch that point correctly. Or you can also set that node object snap from here, click and click on node. So it will select it automatically. Make ortho mode off and click on these node points and click on close. So in this way you can create spline passing through those points. Then again we will set this point style to point. Okay. Then next is divide. If you want to place points at equal distance on any object as per number of segments. Suppose I will create one polyline and I will click on divide. Keyboard shortcut for divide is div. Then select object to divide. I will select this polyline. Then enter number of segments. I will specify 10. Enter. Now after command there is no changes. It seems that it has not worked, but actually if we create window here and click, you can see that it has created points at equal distance. Then if you want to see those points, then you will have to change your point style. For that, type p type, enter, and from here you can choose your desired point style. Okay. So here it has placed point at equal distance as per our number of segments. Then using node object snap, you can create your reference objects. Same way, if you want to place point at specified distance, then you will have to use this measure command. Suppose we will create one spline for measure, enter, then click on draw, click on measure, then select object to measure, then specify length of measurement. Suppose it is 10, enter. So here this point has been placed at the gap of 10. So in this way you can use measure. Then next is wipeout. If you want to cover any portion of your drawing, then you can use this wipeout command. Suppose I will create some objects so that we can cover those objects. Click on draw, click on wipeout, then specify first point for wipeout and create your shape by clicking points and press enter. So here it has covered that internal portion. And if you don't want to show this edge of the wipeout, then again click on wipeout, click on frame. From here you can decide whether you want to keep it on, make it off, or display but not plot. Suppose I want to make it off so that edge will not be visible and you can cover your portion. And if you have any polyline shape, then from that shape you can directly create wipeout. Suppose this is the shape for which I want to create wipeout. Click on draw, click on wipeout, then click on polyline and select this polyline. Now I think I made some mistake while creating this polyline. So here it is saying that the polyline must be closed and made up of only line segment. That means it may not be closed. So I will erase it. I will create it again, polyline, and I will close it. Then again click on draw, click on wipeout, click on polyline and select this polyline. Then you can erase or keep it. Suppose I want to erase, click on yes. So here wipeout is created using polyline. Then next is donut. If you want to create circle with thickness or filled circle, then specify inside diameter of donut. Suppose it is 50, enter. Then specify outside diameter. Suppose it is 100, enter. And specify center point, click. So in this way you can create circle with thickness. And if you want to create filled circle, press enter, enter. Then in the case of filled circle, you will have to specify inside diameter of 0 and enter. In this way you can create filled circles, enter. Then next is revision cloud. Command name is rev cloud. So revision cloud is useful to display any modifications in your drawing. So here first command is rectangular revision cloud. Click on it and specify first point and specify second point. So here this rectangular revision cloud is created. Again click on draw, click on this arrow. Then there is one more polygonal revision cloud. Click on it. For this you will have to specify points to create that particular revision cloud. Press enter. Then one more is freehand. For that specify first point, then move your cursor as per your shape. So as you move, that revision cloud gets created, and when it comes to start point, it will automatically connect it and close it. And if you want to control the size of these arcs, then again press enter. Then you will have to click on this arc length. Suppose I want larger arcs, click on arc length. Suppose I want minimum arc of 100. Enter. Then maximum length of 500. Enter. Maximum arc length cannot exceed 3 times. So you will have to specify maximum 3 times. That means it will be 300. Enter. Then specify first point and take your cursor away to create your shape. So in this way you can control arc length. Then press enter. Then you can create revision cloud as per your object. Suppose I want to create circular revision cloud. Then click on circle, create one circle. Then click on draw and click on revision cloud. Then click on object and select this circle. Then you can also reverse the direction. Suppose I want to reverse it, click on yes. So in this way you can create revision cloud as per object. Then there is style also. Suppose you select this style, and if you select calligraphy and create your revision cloud, so it will be created as per this style. Then one more option is modify. Click on modify. Then select polyline to modify. Suppose I want to modify this polyline or this revision cloud. Click on it and create your modified shape and connect it back to your revision cloud. Then pick a side to erase. You can erase this one or this one. Suppose I want to erase this one. And at the same time you can reverse also if you want, or click on no. So as per that your revision cloud will be created. So that's all. All the draw commands has been covered. In the next tutorial we will solve some exercises based on what we learn in this tutorial, and after that we will learn next set of commands. So thanks for watching. We will stop here.